Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Shane. Today we'll be having a look at ARVL. We've got some big news in the ARVL space and some big news around the ARVL company. That's what we're going to go through today. Now before we can continue, allow me to declare that this video is not financial advice. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes and for educational purposes. ARVL begins providing ground trials of its electric bus. This is absolutely incredible and we'll get right into the detail. So the key thing to understand is that ARVL has started providing ground trials on schedule in Q4 of 2021. ARVL has been on schedule with multiple things this year, including their new electric car that is in partnership with Uber. That car was developed within the space of 6 to 9 months and it was delivered on time as a prototype. Additionally, the vehicles are going through an extensive testing ahead of certification and public road trials next year as planned. This is key for ARVL, starting with the ground trials on schedule for this year. But next year becomes the big testing points because they'll be going for public road trials, and that's a huge thing. And of course, we'll be making reports of all those activities in the new year as they're delivered. Now, as of the 28th of December, London UK ARVL company, pioneer of a unique new method of design and production of affordable electric vehicles by local microfactories. Now the idea of microfactories is really incredible because that's bringing electric vehicles manufacturing closer to cities and closer to customers. Now today ARVL announced that it started trials of its ARVL bus at a testing facility in the UK. The vehicle will be going through rigorous validations and testings ahead of certification. The ARVL bus is creating new and important public transportation experience for all users, from the driver and passengers to the engineer, cleaners and fleet owners, and reducing costs for operators, making the transition to electric vehicles more economically viable. The vehicle takes advantage of the ARVL software ecosystem, enabling a full connectivity, digital customization, and deep access to vehicle behavior and data. The vehicle can be tailored to meet local cities' needs with its modular design, which can enable configuration of length, range, and passenger capacity. This is a key milestone for ARVL, and we're thrilled to have started providing ground trials, where the bus is currently going through testing ahead of a EU certification and public road trial next year, said Frank Desenis, Vice President of Bus Platform ARVL. We've seen a strong interest in the bus this year, especially from governments who are looking to upgrade their public transportation network. Now, in order to achieve their zero-emission pledge, we're partnering closely with governments, cities, and operators to build infrastructure solutions and seamless mobility services for local communities to support their clean energy targets. Those are all of ARVL's milestones for 2021. We now look forward to bringing our vehicles led by the bus to the market beginning in 2022. These buses will be built by Microfactories and helping to make the air cleaner around the world, said Avinash Rujaberg, president of ARVL. So far, obviously this is really exciting because for the first time, ARVL vehicles will be on the road legally. This is a key step for ARVL, and it's absolutely incredible to see ARVL achieving all they plan to achieve this year. And next year we go into public testing and hopefully we can get these buses on the road as soon as possible. So the first ARVL bus feature ups to 3 doors, with flexible passenger seating capacity across the entire flat floor, allowing for greater accessibility as well as creating more usable standing spaces and ability for passengers to travel more comfortably. The vehicle also has a wrapped around exterior and interior screen, adaptable lighting, a transformative roof, and a suite of digital features. The bus uses in-house components that are also founded on the ARVL van and cars. The ARVL's lightweight recyclable composite materials, this alongside common suspension and wheels and tires are at the front and at the rear, means the bus is estimated to be lighter than other battery electric buses in the market today. So following providing ground trials, ARVL will commence public road trials of the bus with First Buses, one of the UK's largest transport operators, in Q1 of 2022. That's within the first 3 months of next year. This is huge news. The trials will see ARVL's vehicles operating on existing First bus routes in the UK. ARVL is expected to begin production for the bus in Q2 of 2022. This is fantastic. So the amazing thing is that by the end of next year, ARVL will already be building vehicles for public usage, for the road, for companies to purchase. This is absolutely incredible. ARVL is going to the moon as of next year. So naturally, this is fantastic to see. We've already spoken about Microfactories and how it's going to help to impact the world on ARVL's plan to manufacture vehicles locally in cities and to bring these vehicles closer to cities and customers. Now it becomes more vertically integrated by bringing battery production in-house as well, which means that ARVL will be manufacturing their own batteries. That's absolutely incredible. Additionally, access to finance has been the limiting factor in ARVL achieving its goals. And I had a feeling about this that ARVL do need more funding. Obviously, they're creating more funding by issuing more shares and selling more shares, and additionally by creating new partnerships with companies and creating future clients and future customers. But you have to understand, manufacturing electric vehicles is much more complicated than it might seem. And it took a long time for Tesla to get to where they are right now. It's going to take a long time for ARVL to get to a stage where they feel comfortable as a company and stable as a company. It's a long way off, especially for electric vehicle technology. This technology is still extremely experimental. Electrification is something in vehicles that we keep on improving, and as the years grow older, we keep on getting better at building these vehicles. So without a doubt, I do believe that ARVL has great opportunities to be successful, but they do need time and they do need funding. Now obviously, ARVL is focusing on commercial transportation market of buses, delivery vans and cars, especially for ride-hailing services such as Uber, as a way to quickly scale up globally. It says it has developed 5 vehicle platforms for different segments and was initially intending to launch the ARVL bus in the second quarter of 2022 and the ARVL van in the third quarter of 2022. But obviously for the ARVL van, this might be changed because the buses are already being tested. Because the buses will be getting tested quite soon. The buses are first priority. The vans, as it seems, could be second priority. Obviously, I thought this could have been the other way around, because initially I thought manufacturing electric vans would be much easier and less complicated, because buses are passenger carrying vehicles. The safety aspects of buses are hugely immense, but delivery vans that are delivering parcels and all different kinds of packages from companies like Amazon and eBay, these packages can always be replaced if there's an accident. So the idea of safety around delivery vehicles can be lesser than a bus. But the ideas of bus being safe, there is no compromise. Now the interesting thing is that ARVL expects revenue to begin flowing in the second quarter of 2022, but is expected significant lower vehicle volumes and revenue in 2022 and won't reach full capacity until early 2023. This is understandable because it does sound like they're going to start by delivering the buses first and then the vans, and perhaps in the next year or year and a half, then we might get the first ride-hailing cars, and those could be the ARVL cars that are in partnership with Uber. Now naturally, this is obviously fantastic to know, but there's additional things to understand about ARVL as well. I've also recently spoke about the 11.5 million investment to build a battery module plant in order to start production in third quarter of 2022. This is a big investment from ARVL, and they needed the fund, they needed the money to invest in a battery plant. This is crucial for their success. So do not be mistaken, Arrival is making big progress and they're making big moves, but because they're a company who have low funds, they have to be careful and strategic with how they invest said funds. The good things about Arrival is that they do have a large amount of customer orders, such as Uber and UPS for an initial order of 10,000 delivery electric vans and options to purchase 10,000 more. This is fantastic. I don't think Arrival is going to be short on demand anytime soon because there's so many bus companies who will need Arrival services and vehicles. There's so many delivery services who need Arrival vans, and there are also ride-hailing services who will require EV cars, such as the one that Arrival is building in partnership with Uber. It's fantastic. And I've been talking about the EV car that Arrival is building with Uber quite a lot, and that's mostly because it's crucial to the Arrival success. It really is crucial. Arrival will sell a lot more cars than they will vans and buses, because buses are needed less, because buses can carry 100 passengers while cars can only carry 4, 5, 6 passengers sometimes. Mathematically, they will need to build and sell a lot more cars, so the focus on cars for Arrival should be the front of their mind. So let's get on to some other news. For Arrival, the stock prices, the price analysis. I know this is what everyone's been waiting on, and here we go. So I hope you enjoy this video. Now the good news is that Arrival is back above $5 billion as market cap, as a company value. This is good. This is really good because they were really down quite recently. Within the last month, Arrival has been down as low as $6.93. This is crucial. This is really important to have a look at because this does mean that the Arrival company, the market cap, the value of the company was less than $5 billion. And I think that's heavily undervalued as a company, to be honest. But this is also good for future investors. And naturally, this is not financial advice. But Arrival's stocks have literally hit some of the lowest points you will ever see these stocks prices in history. The reason why this is good for investors is because this leaves an open door of opportunities to invest and gain a huge amount of revenue and returns in your investments. There's no doubt in my mind that Arrival is the kind of company that can 10x within the next 4 to 5 years in terms of company's value, in terms of company's wealth, in terms of the company's market cap. They can 10x, which means that whatever is invested right now will be returned 10 times the amount in 4 to 5 years. If they achieve most of their goals that they're setting out, in the next 4 to 5 years, Arrival will not just have delivery vans and buses, but they will have ride-hailing cars. And their ride-hailing cars, I believe, will most likely be on the roads in the next 2 to 3 years. So 4 to 5 years does leave us with a lot more time for Arrival to continue to develop a lot of things within their company and ecosystem and infrastructure. This building process will help Arrival to stay active and stable and keep innovating and creating new products, because not just ride-hailing vehicles are necessary for their success, but personal vehicles, personal sedans, personal hatchbacks are essential and crucial for Arrival's success as an EV company. If Arrival do 10x in the next 4 to 5 years, this will put the company roughly at $50 billion in market cap. That would be the value of the company, $50 billion. This is actually quite modest, but for Arrival, you have to consider that Arrival is not the next Tesla. I must make that clear. Most people think that we are always looking for the next Tesla. I don't think so. I don't think Arrival is the next Tesla, and I don't think they're trying to be the next Tesla. They're going into a completely different path from Tesla. Yes, Tesla is developing their Tesla semi-trucks, and I do believe Arrival will definitely develop and build their own semi-trucks because it's crucial to what they do. Arrival is more of an industrial provider of EV vehicles, and an EV truck is an industrial vehicle. So it's perfect. I could also see Arrival creating a pickup van, much like Rivian, and a SUV. These utility vehicles are right up Arrival's path, right along Arrival's belief in their company. These are the products that will help Arrival drive a force in the market, but providing customers with so much more usability in the EV market. Arrival can do this. And I'm expecting most of this in the next 4 to 5 years. I'm expecting prototypes of trucks, prototypes of pickup vans, and maybe SUVs. But first, I also want to see prototypes of a personal vehicle, either sedan or an SUV. Because for Arrival to be worth 50 billion in the next 4 to 5 years, they have a long way to go. They have a long way to go, but I think it's more than possible given where they are right now and given what they have planned for next year and the years to come. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. That's my price analysis of Arrival shares within the next 4 to 5 years. 50 billion, 10x, that's the target. And I've given you my reasons why I think Arrival can achieve this. If I missed anything in this video, feel free to leave a comment below. Let's have a discussion. Thank you for watching, subscribe to see more, and obviously, I will see you in my next video.